welcome back to the channel. Today's the day we're going to spin the car. If I said I wasn't nervous, I would be lying. When you've got something this big, you know, about to rotate, you know, no matter how many things you've taken into consideration, it's still a bit nerve-wracking to see this big thing turning around. So that's why I'm glad I welded the crap out and everything. So Urban should be here any minute, and we'll get this turned over. So I'm going to give you a little show of what I've done in preparation for this. I braced the front door apertures. We got a 3/4 inch square tube going this way and then triangulating this way. I bolted on some receiver plates here and here, and on the door latch I made a plate up there because I've seen some people brace these door apertures and they're welding them straight to the body, and I didn't like that because I didn't want to weld straight to the body. And also this way, if I need to remove this for access, you know, once the car's, you know, I know that it's all secure, I can easily unbolt this and then bolt it back on again. So I did that for the both front door apertures, and in the rear, because I wanted to stay access, especially to the other side, to be able to put the door back on when I put the quarter panel back on to check gaps. I didn't want to obstruct this door aperture, so what I did, I went up from the seatbelt anchor here and triangulated down to the seatbelt anchor plates there, so that gave me a little bracing on the rear. I think that will be okay. I put the tape here just as a basic guide. Now, on the group, some people mentioned that this tape will stretch a little bit. I don't know, it certainly will, they're correct on that, but it will also go baggy as well. That's what I'm thinking if I'm seeing excessive flex, you know, and I might add more bracing if that's the case. But it's really just an experiment, really, see how that works. I think if I'm taking the rocker off on this side, which I know I'm going to need to, I think what I'm going to do is brace from this inner rocker seatbelt anchor across the central tunnel over to the other seatbelt anchor, maybe a bar or something, just to support it in the middle. I'll probably do that if I'm going to be taking this rocker off, which I am in the future. So, and since the last video I posted about this, I did make these extra beefy anchors here to connect to the subframe on the inside rather than just the front bumper support beam here. So that's connected in two places here to this strong structural member here, so I'm pretty confident about that. Also the body cart, this thing that it was sitting on for a while, I've left these points here because what this can do, when I'm ready to take it off of the body cart, I can put these things on and then it can land on the body cart, and then I can remove the rotisserie away. So seems to be working okay. Well, we'll see, won't we, this afternoon when we get to spin this guy. As you can see, the designs work well. It's overlapping the curb here, and with it dead straight, we're able to close the door by, you know, quite a few inches. So what I'll probably do is when I'm working on it, I can put the car on a slight diagonal as well, which still enables me to bring the other car in this side on a diagonal. So what I'm doing before Urban comes, I'm putting a little point on these brake nuts on the two heads here, because they were flat, or they had a kind of a raised edge around the perimeter and they weren't really braking it very well. It started to drift a little bit, so I'm putting a point on there. Hopefully that will dig in better. So we'll see how that works, shall we? It's not necessary. It's not. We'll put two on just for.
We're turning it this way.
Yeah, I think so. So that's one loose.
Yeah.
I'm going to undo the second one. It's soft. All right. So we are only on one bolt right now. This one.
Yeah, comes my way.
It's coming your way. Is it really aggressive or? Right, that's loose.
It's not that bad. If you help me.
Okay, I'm going to go this side. I just gently And let's just get it to about 45 degrees. Now, do you feel that's going to run away from us?
I'm fine, I'm still pushing.
Okay, I'm just a little bit, very little bit more.
Water's coming out.
Yeah, that's out of the coolant lines.
More?
Yeah. Now, are you really holding it?
If I let go, it comes back.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay, so we've got a good balance point.
Hang on. Now it's balanced.
That's pretty good.
Yeah?
Okay, so we're going to go a little further, okay?
Now I have to hold it the other way.
Because what I think I'll do, I'm going to jack it up a little more. See? That's what we got. Yeah.
I wouldn't turn it further, otherwise you have to stand on the steps.
Exactly. I don't, you know, it's unnecessarily to go upside down completely, I don't think.
Well, I mean, once you had it spot welded,
Yeah,
then you can turn it.
yeah.
I love it. This is crazy.
Feels pretty sturdy, doesn't it?
Well,
I mean, it's going to have some
you have
flair.
to worry about because you're hammering on it and doing.
Yeah, yeah. So, what do you think as far as
This is unbelievable.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
Try to move it now.
I'm just feeling what it feels like. It feels really well balanced.
Yeah, it does. I'm just.
Okay, so let's go. I'm going to go a little further this way, okay?
I'm prepared to tighten.
Prepare for the break.
Keep going. Tell me when to stop.
I'm good. This is very well balanced, actually. Looks like we're going to have to go up a little bit. The fender looks like it might hit there. So I'm going to go to say 10.5. Ten and a half, there we go. 10.5. How's that look? Looks good? Yeah.
This side seems to be lower,
Yeah, the kind of.
but that should clear it.
Yeah. I feel good.
That should do it.
Alright, lock off there. Does the job, doesn't it?
Awesome.
Obviously, before I state things like these airlines and brake lines, I'm going to take photographs and map all where the lines track. I've already taken the fuel lines off, which here's one of the brackets, I believe, one of the fuel line brackets. Well, that might be the bracket for the shield, but I do have photos of where that came. And it tracks along here, you see, that's why I took it off. And then this is one of the brackets it dived into. There's another remaining bracket up there and one there. And then it tracked behind this thing across here and up. So there you have it. So this worked great. I'm going to put it back down to a 45 degree and give you a little rundown of the repairs, upcoming repairs. Well, that went pretty well. I say Urban's taken off now, he's going to have dinner with his missus. So let me give you a little close up of what we've got in the future in store. We brought it back down to a 45 just because that's little bit more practical for this side. I may turn it around later anyway, but anyway, let me give you a little show of what we've got going on here. I did videotape this some time ago, starting from the rear here. Obviously we've got the typical pan here. I've got a new one of these to put in. We're gonna save this rear quarter panel because generally it's pretty good. We do have, I can feel a little problem at the back here and a little bit up here. Other than that, that's in good shape, so I'll probably cut and access, cut this off, access the inner, repair that, and then weld this back on again. So that shouldn't be too bad. And then coming round here, this will be repaired with the repair plate. This is where it gets funky. We've got some really funky patches done by the previous owner some years ago, really poorly repaired, and then this is where it gets kind of horrifying, into this dog leg area here, and I should say the dog leg underneath. So this whole bot section is completely rotted out. That's why we added these support beams, so it takes the stress out of this area. And so this is going to need quite a bit of thinking about to repair that correctly and make sure it's all completely reinforced and solid. Then I'm underneath here. You can't really see it right now, but in this dog leg area here, I'll show you another time, but this box section is rotted out here. Right, so and as far as the inner rocker, we've got this rotted out here. Inner rocker is shot all on the lower section. This I tore off some years ago. So you can see on the inside there, the inner rocker is damaged probably about an inch and a half up on the inner wall. So that's shot, and then so we've got to build that back up. Obviously the outer rocker will be replaced. So I've got to build that box section all the way up, and I will probably just, first things first is on this side is to get the floor pan out to gain access to this inner member. And once this pans out, it's going to look a lot easier and be a lot easier to get to and construct that inner rocker, which I'm going to have to make myself out of 16 gauge steel. You can see the floor pan, it's actually torn, and more than likely this is because where this car was, it was on a bumpy road, and the guy was driving it down this bumpy road with the suspension failed for some reason, and the weight of the seat banging on it just tore through there. And I think a lot of this rot's due to this car sitting in long grass with the air suspension down. So this is by far the worst. Even though this is a gigantic area and looks horrifying, when you think about it, that's just one big piece. And once that's in and we get the outer rocker on, that'll look all spiffy and new again. So not something to really be concerned about. You know, any advice from you guys are always appreciated. And yeah, so you can see the tape held, no bagginess. Everything seemed to hold nicely. This was just like a little experiment, but seemed to work well. I think I'll probably just position it at 90 degrees or at 45 and everywhere in between to do most of the work, because turning it upside down, I don't think I'm going to need to do that, but you never know. So the stand worked great. As I say, it was a little spooky turning it, but I feel very confident in the stand, and I've locked all the tower nuts off now so we can relieve the stress on the rams. Well, thanks for watching this video on the rotisserie turnover. It seems like it was a total success really, so I'm going to leave it like this for the moment. Map the underside, take pictures, all that stuff, so we know where all the fuel lines or the air lines, brake lines, all that stuff go before I take those off. And from this point on, I'm going to be taking you through the step-by-step process of me repairing this. I'm going to do a lot of planning, figuring out my best approach, what to take off, templates to make, and this is obviously going to be a long, drawn-out process, so be patient because it takes a while. I've got a full-time job as well. So anyway, I really appreciate it, guys. Please hit like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. All right, take care. Bye-bye.